Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been years basically since I have done any content for my YouTube, so your girl is going to use this spooky season to get back into it. So it is the 4th of August. I got my big ass bucket of foam clay in the post. I have my bag of sculpting tools ready. I have down here, I have my face cast ready to go, and we are going to be starting work on my first piece of Halloween content, my special effects series that I always do this time of year. It's my favorite time of year to get creative, and I'm so excited. Okay, so to get started, we're going in with our liquid latex and my old reliable face cast, which has definitely seen better days. So we're just going to apply a layer or two of liquid latex onto the cast. I find this just helps me to be able to remove the mask that I'm building that little bit easier. Sometimes the foam clay can be quite tacky, and when you apply it to your face cast, if there's any like bubbles in the base of it, it kind of adheres into it and it's just a whole mess. So as you can see, the liquid latex is dried down and I've started building up the base of my bob face on the face cast. So at first it's like a trust the process. You just have to hope that it's all going to come together eventually. Right now it's looking a little bit like Voldemort, but we were on the right track. I was kind of trying to figure it out as I went, how to achieve the like bob face, like his signature kind of like sad look and gaunt look and stuff, without the sculpting tools, just to like hollow out that nose a little bit. Then we're going in with an additional piece to build out his eyes, because obviously they weren't deep set enough just yet. So we're kind of working bit by bit as we go. And I'm kind of like a visual kind of learner as I go. I'm kind of doing it and I'm like, okay, this doesn't look right. We need to build out this bit. We need to bring this out to meet this bit. So that is what you're seeing in this video. I also then went on and built his sad little mouth. So this is when he started to come together for me. I was like, okay, we're on the right track. He looks a little bit like a lizard, a little bit like Bob. I used a little brush just to pop some holes in for his stitches, put a layer of liquid latex on that and used my hairdryer to dry it down. And then I went in with my Mehron Aqua Paradise paints, my old reliables, and I started painting my mask. Now, I will say I had removed it from the face cast prior to painting. So I had put loose powder and everything on the back of it so that it wasn't stuck to the cast anymore, because it can be quite hard to get off and you can crack the paint and all that kind of thing. So this is just left on my face cast to hold the shape. And I'm going in with the details. Again, they're all Aqua Paradise paints so far that I've used. And it's just marking out the areas where I've added in the lines when I was building it, just to add that little bit of depth. And I'm using, I think, a combination of the Aqua Paradise paints and Kryolan grease paints at this point. I feel like the grease paints are good for just like doing that smudgy, smoky kind of look, as well as the Paradise paints. So I am just smoking these out and kind of making it darker and deeper for when I pop in his eyes. His eyes are 2 styrofoam balls that I picked up in the pound shop, and I just popped them in here just to hold the shape of his eye and kind of work out where I needed to do a little bit more shading so that it wasn't hiding at all. This is Bob as far as I had gotten at that point. I think I was happy enough with him at that stage. It was more so to add the finishing touches when I popped him onto my face. As you can see, he has a little bit of a shine to him. So I did spray it with like a spray lacquer after I got the paint job finished. I then went in my old reliable Pritt stick, glued down my eyebrows because we were going to be covering my face in spirit gum and I did not need my eyebrows to get ripped out by it. So I put it up to my face and I kind of marked it out with a little eyeliner pencil just to know how far I needed to be painting my face, because I didn't want to be wasting time painting parts of my face that actually weren't even going to be seen. So I just made a few marks just so I knew. I did glue some cling film to my hair and then latex the edges of that just to make it seamless, because Bob obviously has a very receded hairline. So that was the way I kind of attempted to do that. Not ideal, but it was fine. So I painted in the areas that I knew were going to be seen,
painted in my little neck area, and we'll be blacking out the rest of it in a little bit. But I was just kept holding up the mask for reference to see where I needed to add some shading, highlights, and all that kind of thing before I actually installed the piece. Painted the black of my neck to give the illusion of Bob's little neck, and then we applied a shit ton of spirit gum. So we applied heaps of that everywhere because I wanted to ensure it would stay stuck, because nothing stresses me out more than when I'm trying to record content and it just doesn't stay on. The little eyeballs were so handy because they could just pop out so I could still see. And then when I needed to video the content, I would just pop in his little eyeball, make sure it was as straight as possible, and that is Bob done.